Well, welcome. In this video, we're going to explain how to install LogixOne Sales Order Consolidator for Zoho CRM. Okay, so there is a instructional help document that guides you through this process step by step, which is here, and you can get access to that from the marketplace itself, which once you've found the sales order consolidator in the Zoho marketplace, you can click this link here and it will open up the support document for it, which runs through a bunch of information, but basically how to install it and then how to use the extension. So the first thing that we need to do is, as described, is install the marketplace extension. So we'll do that from this URL. Okay, so the first thing you'll be presented with is the to agree to the terms of service and authorize LogixOne Sales Order Consolidator and click continue. Next step is to determine who you want to use this tool. You can either do it for admins only, you can install for all users, or you can choose your profiles. But let's just install for all users at this point. Click confirm and then it will start to install. Okay, you'll notice you'll get the status indication that's coming up here. And then once it's finally installed, you'll be asked to enter the extension settings. And this is where you need to obtain this information for your Zoho CRM environment and enter those into here. So if we go back to our instruction manual, so you can see here we've installed it, we've selected a trial. We're now up to step 5. What we need to do is copy the open auth link and paste that into a new tab. So if we go back into the setup page here, you'll notice that there's this URL down here called open auth link. And what we need to do is copy that and then go into a new tab, ensuring that we're inside the same browser session. So we need to be logged in as our administrator, Zoho CRM administrator account. So we paste that there. And then what that will do is open up the LogixOne Zoho Marketplace plugin refresh token, which is the information from here that you're going to get. You're going to get your client ID, client secret, and the refresh token here. Okay, so that's what we've done. So if we go back into the setup guide, we've done that. We've opened that up. Then what we need to do is obtain our client ID and client secret. And to do that, we need to go to another tab, again, while logged in to Zoho CRM as administrator, this URL here. So if I click that, that'll open up another tab and we'll come to the API console for your Zoho environment. If you've got other APIs connected to your Zoho environment, you'll see them here. But if this is the first one, you basically click Get Started. And then we'll go back into the instruction manual. And then the first thing we need to do is add a client. That's if we already have other clients connected here. If not, we need to jump straight to click server-based. So we'll go here and we'll click server-based applications. Okay, now we need to give it a name. So go back into our instructions, give it the name of LogixOne Sales Order Consolidator, and you can use the information here, but make sure you copy it exactly as it is. Don't include any of the inverted commas. Go back in here, paste in the name. Now we need the homepage URL, which is this here. So we'll copy that link address, go back into the API console, paste it there, again noting that we haven't, that it needs to be exactly the same. So you see there it's put in a, we can't just copy that, we need to put it in the actual text. So we go back in here, copy the text. Oops. Okay, that's there. Paste that in to make sure it's exactly the same. See how it's got the inverted commas in there? We need to take that out. It can't be that. So we go back in, click this, sorry, and then we're going to copy this URL here. Sometimes a bit hard to do. Copy that back into the API console. Paste that there. Just check it's exactly the same. No inverted commas. And then the next thing we need to do at that point is click create. So we'll do that now. Click create. Okay, so now what you've obtained from your CRM's API console is your client ID and your client secret. Okay, so we leave that open because we're going to need this information for this step and another step. So we'll go back into the instruction manual and we'll say, read what it says here, and then we'll get that information. So what we're going to do now is copy that client, copy the client ID. Up to step number 9, copy that client ID and the client secret, and we're going to copy it into the LogixOne Zoho Marketplace plugin refresh token setup. Okay, so we'll go back into here. We're going to copy the client ID. Obviously, we can't copy them both at the same time, so we'll do them one at a time. We'll go into the LogixOne Zoho Marketplace plugin refresh token setup, and we're going to paste that client ID into here. Then we're going to go back and we're going to get the client secret, copy that, and then we're going to paste it into here. Okay, go back into our instructions. Okay, so we pasted that in there. We need to tick this checkbox here and then click get code. So we'll go back into the same page, click there, and then click get code. And then you'll be presented with this link. Okay, so we've done that, and then we click this link. So go back in here, click this link. Okay, and then you'll be presented with the authorization to connect your Zoho CRM environment to LogixOne Sales Order Consolidator. Just jump back straight into the instruction manual, click accept. Okay, and then you will be provided with this information here, and you'll notice on the third line it's your refresh token. So what we're going to do, we'll just check on the instruction guide. We're going to copy that refresh token, which is right there. Again, remembering to copy it exactly. It needs to be, can't have a space in it. It needs to be exactly the text that's there. So all the numbers in the text there, the refresh token. And then we're going to go back into the instruction guide, and then we need to copy that into the LogixOne Sales Order Consolidator setup page. So we'll go into the setup page with inside the CRM and paste it down here on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th line for the refresh token. Okay, now you're missing from the setup 2 other pieces of information, which are your client ID and client secret. So we go back to the to your API console, and then we're going to copy your client ID. Yep, and we're going to paste that in here, and go back in the API console, copy the client secret, and paste that in here. Okay, and then we'll go back in steps. So now we've got our client ID, client secret, and then the next thing we need to do is click save. So basically we've got that all that information in there, all that, whoops, information in there, and then we just click save, and you're done. Now you'll see that the LogixOne Sales Order Consolidator has been installed. So now if we go to Sales Orders, okay, you'll notice that if I now click these sales orders, you'll get a button up here called Create Consolidated Invoices. I'll click that button, and then the consolidated invoice has been created. So I'll close that. This page will refresh, and you notice here's that consolidated invoice that's been created. So I'll open up one of those in that invoice, which is exactly the same invoice. And you'll notice that it's consolidated all of these sales orders and put all of the items from each of these 3 sales orders into the one invoice. Okay, so that's basically it. Just a little bit of further information. If you keep scrolling down, there's a quick how-to video on how to actually use the consolidator once you're done. There's a video for it, and then there's a step-by-step guide as well. So hope that helps. Again, if you need help, you get stuck, please feel free to use this link to schedule a meeting with us, and we can actually help you do it. So more than ready and able to do that. So thanks for watching.